Told you I'd get a haircut. Hey everybody, Bucknife here, coming to you again from another case. This is actually day 4 of this case. Mostly cases are maybe 2 days, 3 at the max. This one was actually 7 days, but I'm only working 5 of them. Another investigator's working 2 of them. So I've worked this case. I worked this case on the weekend and on Monday, and now it's Wednesday, and I'm working them again. It happens. Usually, if it's like this little inside information today on the Bucknife blog, because we're going to talk about PI stuff and we're also going to talk about joke stuff. But usually, a case goes this long if there's like a major award being granted to the person that I'm investigating. So, like, probably a million or more. I think the most. I think the most that I've ever investigated was like 6. I'm not sure. See, they don't tell us a lot. Okay, so I'm a private investigator. Probably figured that out. I've been doing this for 17 years. I've been with the company that I'm at right now going on 6 years, and mostly what I do is workers' compensation. So if somebody gets injured and they file a claim, and the insurance company doesn't think the claim is valid, then they send me out and I get video and try to help them build a case. I'm not a doctor, uh, so I can't determine if, like, somebody says they have a bad back, if whether or not they actually have a bad back based on them moving around. I just get video. Um, it's real easy. A monkey could do this job. A monkey is doing this job. Anyway, uh, but I started in loss prevention, and then I started doing PI work when I lived in California. And like I said, I've been doing it since 2003. It's 2020, so 17 years for a few different companies. It's not the greatest job in the world. It's not the worst job in the world. Like I said, it's kind of easy. Most of my day, I just sit around and wait for things to happen. And then because I have to videotape all their activities, if they leave the house, then I have to follow them. That's called mobile surveillance. So basically, car chase. And some more industry terms. If the person that I'm investigating finds out that I'm investigating them, that's called getting burned. I've been burnt a couple of times. No, I've been burnt a lot. 17 years. I think I've worked over, well, last year alone, okay, I just got my stats for last year this morning. Last year alone, I worked 266 cases. Yeah, so I had 100 days off last year. But I had 266 cases. So on just the bare minimum, let's say I was working 266 cases every year for 10 years. That's 2,660 cases. So for 17 years, I've probably worked over 3,000, maybe 4,000 cases. I've worked in 13 states and 2 countries, U.S. and Mexico. Don't tell anybody about the Mexico thing. I'm technically not allowed to do investigations in Mexico, but this was in 2005. So the Mexican government hasn't come after me yet. But yeah, so basically what I do is I get a case, I come out, I sit probably anywhere from 4 to 8 hours. If they're active after my time that I'm supposed to be out here, I've got to follow them until they're not active anymore. And then I write up a report and I give them the video and the report to the client. And that's all that I see of it. Worked over 3,000 cases. I've been to court to give testimony about my investigations probably maybe 10 times. Maybe. I'd have to really sit down and think about it. But it's very few and far between. Once the case is gone from my life, I don't know what happens. I don't know if they settle. I don't know if they sue them. Unless I get a subpoena, I don't know what happens. So that's the frustrating part about this job. You get a case, it becomes your life for however long, it takes, and then it's gone, and you don't know what happens. So that's frustrating. There are a couple that I know exactly what happened afterwards, and it was pretty fulfilling. It was pretty nice to find out. But there are a couple that I really wish that I knew. I can't get into specifics about cases, but this one is a few years back. But I investigated one where a guy was it was a workers' comp case for a office supply company, and that wasn't the interesting part. The interesting part was he was in his teens, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, he had a kid by two different women. One kid with a kid with one woman, a kid with another woman. He lived at his home with his parents, and the girlfriend that he was currently with, who had his current kid, but he had another kid with somebody else. And I saw his domestic situation where his parents were just so frustrated. You could the frustration they had with him was boiling over into their daily life because they were getting into some major arguments while they were, I don't care about them. I cared about the guy that I was investigating, but you could see the dad was just not having it. It was just hilarious. Anyway. But anyway, that's a little bit of background into my work life. Personal life, this is what, week 2 of the diet. I lost 2.8 pounds this week. Feel like I could have lost some more, but I made a decision this week. I was so upset. So upset. Don't do this. Don't do this. I ate my feelings because I got so upset with this case, actually, because I made a huge rookie mistake when I was trying to follow the guy, and it ended up making me lose the guy. So I got upset, and my wife and I had decided that we were going to stop doing certain things as far as eating and drinking stuff. I've never drank alcohol or done drugs or anything, but I did give up drinking sodas. I would recommend, if you can give up soda water, please do it. I haven't had a soda since, I think, 2017, at least 2018. So I haven't had a soda in over a year to 2 years. I don't miss it. I thought I was going to miss it. I don't miss it. And I can't tell you how much better I feel. Right after stopping, I would get headaches because I had caffeine withdrawals, because I used to drink Coca-Cola and Mountain Dew all the time. And it raised my level of caffeine in my head. So when I stopped drinking sodas, I went through withdrawals and I got headaches, really bad headaches. But after like the first week, they were gone. And I wasn't lazy. Well, I'm still lazy, but I wasn't as lazy. Oh, hold on a second. That's another glimpse into the not personal life, but professional life. Uh, I have to prove that I'm here. So every hour I have to take video of my location. If the person that I'm following is not active, then I have to take a video or picture of where I am so I can prove that I was here. Also, company phones got GPS on it, so they track me everywhere I go. Anyway, don't drink sodas anymore. Give it up. If you didn't have a New Year's resolution for 2020, make that your resolution. Don't drink soda water anymore. My diet consists of me not eating bread, pizza, pasta, candy, cookies, or cake. No added sugar, no added salt. And I said no soda. Soda it'll kill you. Anyway, so lost 2 pounds, 8 ounces this week. But I thought I could do more. We made a decision not to drink soda anymore. We also, every year, we cut out 1 to 2 fast food restaurants. So I'm not eating McDonald's anymore, Little Caesars, and I was not eating Taco Bell, but I got so frustrated, I said to my wife, I want to make you a deal. We're eating Jack in the Box and not Taco Bell. Let's switch that up. So I had some Taco Bell for the first time. The last time I ate Taco Bell was when I found out that my mom was going into hospice. This is like maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks before she died. I got so upset that I was like, I got to eat some horrible food. It's a psychological thing, I think. Anyway, but I ate some Taco Bell this week, so I probably could have lost another pound if I didn't do that. But uh, weight loss thing is still going on. There was somebody in the comments from last week that said, I believe in you or keep it up. Thank you. If you were a robot, you were programmed correctly. But if you were a real person, I really appreciate the support. Thank you very much. The joke stuff. I've got this book. I got this at Target. I don't know if you can read that. It's backwards. Life's good. Keep it simple. And I write my jokes in it. And I wanted to go through the process of writing a joke because I've got a show tonight. I don't have a show. I'm an open micer, so I don't have shows. I just go to open mics. But I wanted to go through the process of writing a joke so you can know a little bit about how I work. And this is some old stuff that's already out there. So if you want to steal it, you can. Please don't. But if you want to, I'll know exactly where you got it from. But this was the opening joke from an act that I did in, I think, November of last year. And the joke goes, hey guys, I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. I just got here from Bible study. We're up to fractions now. It's a pain in the ass. That's the joke. That's the opening joke. And the way I came up with that is Bible study. So you think you're studying the Bible. But the word study is in there. So you can put anything in there. You say, oh, I just came here from Bible study. We learned that the cow goes moo or something like that. But that's not good. Don't use that if you're going to steal this joke. But I was in the kitchen and I was measuring out something to cook, and it's got the ounces and half ounce, 3/4 ounce. I'm like, oh, fractions, and I'm like, oh, that would go with the Bible study joke. So yeah, I just came here for Bible study. We're up to fractions now. It's a pain in the ass, and then that can lead you anywhere. So that's the way I write a joke. I'm looking through some of this stuff. That's from the. It's on my channel. It's in November, I think, of last year. That's the one that I did right after my mom died, where I went through a whole real dark thing about my mom dying and her last words, and a little insight into some of those jokes. I say in one of those jokes that my mom's last words to me were "help me." That was really the last things that she said to me. My mom died of complications from heart failure. When you have heart failure, your blood is not being pumped through your body as well as it should, including your brain. So you're basically your heart is not maintaining your blood supply to your brain. So it makes you a little bit of loopy, delusional. And she just kept repeating, "Help me." Even when she didn't even need any help or anything like that. Or even when we would talk and she would say something and she would be like, "How was your day?" And I'd be like, "Fine, how was your day?" "Oh, I'm doing good." "Help me." "Help you do what?" And she didn't even know she said it. So, but I put that in the act, and I thought, and people are like, you can't joke about stuff like that. And first of all, don't ever tell a comedian that they can't joke about something. If you don't like it, don't laugh and then move on. But second of all, it's cathartic. It helps me get through this stuff to think about joke stuff and to think about comedy. And I was doing this before my mom was declining. But after my mom is gone, I really thought she was the funniest person that I knew. My wife and my mom, the two funniest people I've known. And my wife is still around and she helps me with the jokes. But my mom, I really want. She saw a little bit of my stand-up, and her critique of it was that was it. That was her critique. "I saw your stand-up." That was it. She didn't tell me if it was good or not. But anyway, but no, I thought, doing this will help me get through it, and it has. So I'm gonna keep doing it. Anyway, long one this week, more than 10 minutes. If you stuck around, thank you. Like, subscribe, and share, and I'll be back at it next Wednesday. And I will post, if I can take the video, I may not be able to take the video from tonight, but I will do it next week. I will post the new stand-up. Thank you, and have a great day.